How we doing, guys?
You and the players were talking about what a good week of practice you had last week. When it doesn't manifest itself in a game, what do you look for the week after that to see if everyone is responding to the game in the way that you would want?
Again, what you're trying to do again is just strive to have a good week of practice. Having a good week of practice only gives you a chance to play well. I think we understand that, and you have to go out for those 3 hours on Sunday afternoon to go translate that work into performance on Sunday. So you just go back to work, and the expectation is to have another good week of practice, take it day by day, prepare the right way, and then go play the right way on Sunday.
So all you do is just look at, are we locked in again this week? Are we?
Yeah, again, we're pretty focused on each day and what we need to do each day to prepare ourselves to play. That's something that we really try to instill in our team, so that's really where our focus is.
What have you done this week to improve the red zone issues?
Haven't gotten into red zone yet. Yesterday was a first and second down day, and today is a third down day. So we'll get into that tomorrow.
Coach, I'm reporting for the Cowboys fans in Japan. Could you elaborate on how the players became more efficient, especially in the second half of the season? And from your point of view, what kind of message have you been telling players to be most efficient for the playoffs to make it there?
Well, it's great to have you here. Welcome. Yeah, you know, the biggest thing we try to do is a little bit like we're talking about, focus on each day, and hopefully over the course of the season we improve. Something we try to emphasize to our team is the players and the teams that improve over the course of the year are going to be the ones that are playing at the end of the year. And so we have a lot of young players on our team, and for many of them it was the first time playing in the early part of the year. And we're far from perfect. We've been far from perfect since then. But you try to go about it the right way in your preparation, and then you learn from your experiences as you go, both the good ones and the bad ones, and then hopefully you grow as the season goes on.
Going back to the red zone, you guys kind of used Dak running the ball a little bit more early in the season. We're effective with that, with some zone read stuff. Is that team taking that away from you guys now? Is that something you've seen, the way defenses are playing you guys?
Yeah, you know, as we've talked, I think many times, you know, some of those zone reads, a lot of those gives to our running back, you know, might have been a zone read call where the defense plays it in such a way where they take that one away and they give you the other one. And, you know, one of the reasons I think we've been effective running the football is that's certainly a threat in many formations, in many situations. The fact that he might pull the ball certainly softens the defense and gives Zeke some more opportunities. So that's always been a part of what we try to do since Dak has been our quarterback. And in some games, you give it to the running back more. In some games, because of how they're playing, you might keep it a little bit more.
I feel like it's a big advantage because of his versatility in that area.
Oh, I don't think there's any question it can help you. You have to defend another guy.
Are you taking Cooper away in the red zone a little bit? Since he's been in, you've only targeted him like 3 times in the red zone. So I don't know if the defense is doing something.
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest thing you try to do is maximize red zone opportunities. Get a lot of them in a game. We didn't have many in the game last week. Again, we talked about that, 7 possessions for the entire game. Got down there early and didn't cash in on it. So Amari is someone we really like. You know, he's done a lot of good things for us on all parts of the field, and we'll continue to try to give him chances.
Now you've talked about Amari and how quiet he is. What have you gotten to know about him as just a guy in the 8 weeks, 9 weeks that he's been here?
He's a very likable guy. Just really enjoy every interaction I have with him. He's very professional, and you know, he's fun to be around. You like what he's all about. And his approach each and every day, and he wants to be a great player. Seemed to get along well with his teammates, and certainly well respected by his teammates and his coaches.
You've been around.
He and Teddy Bridgewater played high school football together, and they lost to Devontae Freeman in the state finals. I don't know if you guys knew that. A lot of talent on that field.
You've been around. Obviously, Michael was a player. Michael was a loud, brash guy on and off the field. Dez was here for a long time. Dez was brash guy. Amari's kind of the opposite of those guys in some ways, in just persona or on field how they are.
Yeah, different players have different personalities, and that's at all different positions. Been around defensive linemen who are loud, at times obnoxious. We've been around some other ones who are quiet, and ultimately what matters most is how you prepare and how you go play. And different players at every position have different personalities. Emmitt Smith was a very impactful player in this organization for a long time, was not someone who was very vocal each and every day, kind of came and went to work you know, in practice, and certainly played at a very high level. So I've been around a lot of different personalities like we all have, and The biggest thing is you want guys to be themselves, but then just go about it the right way.
In regards to the Bucs and the interior of their defensive line, they got a nice mix of veteran and new guy with McCoy and Vita Vea. Could you talk about what you saw from Vea as relative to him going into the draft, and then what you've seen this year on tape?
Yeah, two really good players. McCoy's been a great player in this league for a long time, just a very dangerous, disruptive guy. And then Vita Vea was someone we got to know really well through the draft process. Spent some time with him here. Very likable guy. What impresses you most about him is just how athletic he is for his size. I mean, he's virtually 350 pounds, and just his foot quickness, his agility, his change of direction to go along with that power and explosiveness that he has. Really, really an impressive guy.
Well, you break down each situation, and you do that with the sacks as well. But with 51 sacks at this point, as a broad statement, what has that number done to your offense, and how has it compromised what you want to get done?
Well, it's hurt us. You don't want negative plays. You don't want negative plays. You don't want penalties. You don't want minus runs. You don't want sacks. Those things hurt your offense. You have to overcome too much over the course of a drive. I think at times this year we've done a very good job overcoming some of those plays and getting back on track and converting third downs on some of those drives. But, as a general rule, that's too hard to do on a consistent basis week in and week out. So you have to minimize those plays. The thing you have to just be careful of when you look at the sacks, sometimes when our quarterback extends the plays, there's a lot of positive plays that he makes, throwing the football and also running with the ball. So when you have the type of quarterback that we have who uses his feet in a very productive manner, one of the byproducts of that can be that you take some more sacks. And, what we're striving for is make all the really positive plays and eliminate all those negative plays. That's what your goal is every week, and we have to keep working on that. Dak has to keep working on that. We have to keep working on that as an offense. But there have been some positive things he's done with his feet week in and week out, both throwing the football and just making some runs. That comes with that. Having said all that, we have to do a better job minimizing the sacks.
Have you seen with the line protection, because you've had more changes, especially over these last through 8 games, you were pretty consistent at least, but then you've had a lot of roster changes since then. Have there been instances where the lack of communication or guys in different spots you feel have led to sacks?
Yeah, that's just part of the deal. You have to be able to handle that. And I do think we've done a good job building our team in a way where we can put some veteran players in there who can play for us. And that's happened throughout the year. We've gotten some really good performances from guys. A Pro Bowl player is out of the lineup. Let's put another guy in, and we've been able to function and handle that well. So credit to those individual guys. Credit to Mark Colombo for the job that he's doing. So that's just the nature of it. So you can't get too focused on that. You just have to focus on who do we have available, what do we need to do to be effective as an offense.
Did you have any carries at all against the Colts? Has he been slower to take off? I mean, maybe he's trying to stay in by time to make plays, but slower to run with the ball of late.
Yeah, I don't know that to be true. Sometimes when you play a quarterback like ours, a lot of defenses will say one of the things we've got to do is keep this guy in the pocket. So that's certainly an objective of opposing defenses every week. When you have a guy like Dak, when you see him making the runs that he's made and extending the plays that he has throughout his career.
Will Zach do anything with the team today in practice?
We anticipate him doing a little bit more. Hopefully he'll integrate in a limited fashion.
Tavon Austin will be.
Yeah, same thing. Kind of like he's been practicing the last few days.
Has Tyron's elbow limited him at all in terms of his ability to punch or catch guys? Has that been any factor in the holds that he's had?
No, actually, many of the holds that he's been in great position, clinic reel type position. And I think the biggest thing that he has to learn is he has such great hand strength that he has to let go. Because they're calling those plays. But I think if you look back at really all the holes that he's had over the course of the year, he's been in outstanding position, great sets, great position down the field on guys. Most of the holding penalties are called when a player is out of position and he's kind of reaching and grabbing and is compromised, and his haven't been the case. So he just has to have more discipline at the end of the down, releasing the guy he's blocking, because he's done a really good job getting himself in a great position to block him the way we want him to.
It's like counterintuitive to release a guy as you're blocking him?
Is that the feedback you got from the league? Because I know you said earlier, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, that you were going to send them tape of what you thought was good blocking.
Yeah.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's certainly what they give you when you talk to him, both on game day and then when you send the stuff in, and then you just watch it on tape. His sets have been excellent. He's really been doing a very good job both in run blocking and pass protecting. He just has to eliminate those plays, and he's capable of doing that.
So how is that teaching point? I mean, it's because it's, okay, you're getting these called on you just because you're so damn strong, your technique is great. You've got to back off. That's
yeah, and that's not unique to him. I mean, that happens a lot, particularly on the edges when, you know, a tight end is blocking maybe an outside linebacker and he has him and the guy starts to pull away. You just have to be careful about staying in that block, and you know, that's something we'll continue to try to teach.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Good to see you guys.